You know, we got some grave problems going on in the world. And let's just go ahead and touch on, again, another one of these proverbial elephants in a room that nobody else seems to want to talk about because they're all too afraid of it, because it has political ramifications to it. The state Israel. Notice, first thing that people do is talk about, now I want you to listen to me very closely. I'm going to use terminology that they use today, and I'm going to contrast it to the terms and the words in the Bible. First of all, we all know that those people over there that are playing Israel, you know, the biblical Israel, that's what happens. That's the mind game. Is that whenever you mention Israel, you give the name of this state Israel, and then people pick up their Bibles. They automatically make the connection in thinking that those people over there are the true ancient or descendants of the true ancient Israelites, and that could be nothing from the truth. These people are Zionists and they are Israelis. There's a difference between an Israelite and an Israeli. The people that live in that land now that has been occupied, has been called Palestine, are all people who are from the Caucasus Mountains, and they speak a Yiddish, a form of German, and they mix it with Hebrew. And those people never even started to become a people until the 8th century. While the real true Israelites, meeting the Bible prophecies of the prophets, have been scattered into all the world. So now what you've got is you've got a hijacking and a replacement of people who are now masquerading as the people in the Bible, because most people are not students of the word and they do not study it. And you just follow it and bite on it hook, line, and sinker. You'll hear John Hagee talking about Israel, and then they're trying to associate the Israel of the Bible with the Israelis that are over here now occupying this country. He got it all wrong, and since the people are not students, they got it all wrong. It's called a deception. It's called being a deceiver, a diabolo. That's what it is. So, you got members now in Congress that want to stop foreign aid to Israel. And I can't blame them. I mean, why continue to keep arming them with U.S. or United States of Army or United States of America weaponry to continue to keep taking rockets, M16s, M16A2s, sometimes M4s, sometimes AR-15s, and continue to keep shooting at people who the best weaponry that they have is rocks. I mean, you have to understand, the American news media and the religion that supports the American news media, Christianity, has got all our minds persuaded to think a certain way. And it's totally wrong. It's totally wrong. And not many of the evangelical Christians are going to stand up and tell this truth, because it benefits them. And it continues to keep benefiting them. But the truth is, they talk about people being anti-Semitic, or an anti-Semite. That's what they use. They use the terms, people are anti-Semites. All right, watch this. People may be anti-Semites, all right? But those people that are anti-Semites are the people that are connected to the people in that land, the Caucasians in that land, the Khazarians in that land, that are Israelis. Now, the true Shem or Shemites are the melanated people that was in Egypt. The same Egypt that when you read about the prophecies over in Hosea 11:1, out of Egypt I've called my son, talking about Yeshua, Jesus Christ. There's no way you could have hidden a white man in Egypt in that day. Herod and all of them would have known clearly that that was the one right there, but he was hidden in Egypt along with Joseph and along with Miriam. Not Mary like you think, Miriam. And of course, you know, everything has been Europeanized, everything's been colonized. And again, it's a sad truth, and it's a sad thing that when I can come on here and tell you the truth, and yet you become so comfortable with the lie that now when the truth is told, you make yourself an enemy against all those that are truth tellers. Now, of course, that's bizarre behavior, which is deeply and collectively and socially embedded in the subconscious mind of man. It's going to stay there. It'd have been something if it hadn't been written down in recorded history that the Apostle Shaul, or the Apostle Paul, as he is commonly called, wrote a letter to the church, or an epistle to the church of Galatians, and he says in the 4th chapter, the 6th verse, have I become your enemy because I tell you the truth? And I can give you an emphatic answer, yes, you become people's enemy when you tell them the truth. When you tell them the convenient lie, everybody is comfortable. But when you tell them the truth, you actually become the enemy because you start messing around with the lies that they have been accustomed to receiving, that has shaped and formed their whole entire lifestyle. You start messing around with that, you start messing around with their livelihood. And look, we ain't gonna have no God, no creator universe, messing around with our life when we're already comfortable in our lives. Well, anyway, that ain't the way that it works. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. That just simply is not the way that it works. Truth is truth, and it stands on its own merit. The truth is, those people that are over in that renamed land by the Balfour Agreement in 1948, by the Balfour Agreement in 1948, because Great Britain and the United States of America got together and agreed to give them people that land, the indigenous people of that land, the Palestinians, or the real true Israelites, or the real true Hebrews, they didn't get a seat at the table. That was solely agreed upon by foreign entities that they was going to give you the land of Palestine. Well, how was you going to get it? Well, we're going to come in with our same military power and might that we used to defeat Germany. That's how you're going to get it. And we're going to put you in that land, and we're going to deceive the whole world and make the whole world believe that you are the original people of the book. That's bad, isn't it? That's really, really bad, isn't it? Well, that's the game. If you don't believe that I'm telling the truth, go challenge your pastor with what I just got finished saying, see what happens. Go challenge your theologians and see if what I'm saying is true. And matter of fact, I wouldn't waste my time if I was you. If I was you, I would just study. Because this same system that gave us these Israelis, and we're sending billions upon billions, heading into the trillions of dollars of aid to these Israelis over there, is the same people that changed the Sabbath from Saturday to Sunday. The same people that told us there was a big old fat man that's going to give 7 billion people presents in one night, Christmas. The same people that told us that rabbits lay eggs. And the same people told us that the pig, which was unclean, and the creator of the universe said it's unclean, all of a sudden he changed his mind, now he made it clean. I tell you, it's crazy. But the deception is in and the fix is in. And they have made an offer to this world that they can't refuse. And you're learning the painful truth that everyone does not have the spirit of truth. The spirit of truth. As a matter of fact, the book says, the spirit of truth whom the world cannot receive. Did y'all hear that? There's a truth that is associated with the spirit of truth that those who have unregenerated minds cannot receive. Not only cannot they receive it, but they reject it, thereby becoming reprobate, thereby perpetuating the strong delusion. The strong delusion. For this cause, God will send people a strong delusion that they will believe a lie. Sunday replace Sabbath. That's a lie. Christmas, Easter, you can't find it in the whole of the Bible. No instruction, no instructions whatsoever at all. You can't find one place in the Bible that nobody ever did it. But because they tell you a story, you agree with the deception, and thereby you yourself have become perpetuators of the lie. The real true Israelites of the Bible are scattered into every nation. And one nation that they're definitely scattered in is the United States of America. I just happen to be part of those people, of the lost sheep of the tribes of Israel that are now fine. Greetings to the 12 tribes of Israel. greetings. Isn't that something? Now all of us who never had a piece of homeland that we could actually point to say that it was ours, guess what? The deception is up. And even the powers that be wrote a long time ago, keep these melanated people ignorant of who they are. Because some way, somehow, the brain has this uncanny ability to always go back and to revert back to its natural habitat. Isn't that amazing? They have been doing everything they can possible to make sure that they keep us deceived in deception. But this is the last days where truth has been restored. My name is Pastor Dowell. You just heard the inconvenient, unpopular, uncompromising truth. And you just heard the truth straightway. And I dare you to refute anything that I say. Let's see if you have the intestinal fortitude or the chutzpah to actually come to the knowledge of the truth and get set free.